everyone. Welcome back to the second episode of Discovering Insurance Show with the Malaysian Insurance Institute, where we discover the roles in the insurance industry from the very leaders themselves. We have an exciting lineup for you guys, right from the VP of Digital Transformation, Change Management, Product Development, and many more. And today, we are joined by a very special guest, Mr. Benjamin Chua from Sun Life.
Hi guys. Hi.
Throughout the 15 years of experience he has had, being in and out of the financial institution industry, today he is the head of this digital distribution. Okay, being based in Malaysia, he has had many regional counterparts. Such as from Singapore, Canada, Hong Kong, and New Zealand. Benjamin has put the passion and drive to promote change in the industry by adopting new technologies in the industry. He's been in the digital line ever since fintech has made its way in the Asia region. So, hi Benjamin, how are you?
Hey Amiro, I'm good.
Yeah, good to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, so let's start off with the most basic question of last year and this year. How has life been during the pandemic?
Life is good. Pandemic, to be honest, it's affecting almost everyone. I think everyone's affected, but fortunately for my side, I think it's all okay so far.
Yeah, it's a drive to go on, right? Life goes on. Yeah. So let's go to the first segment of the show, which is the rapid fire questions. And a little note to everyone watching: if you have any questions, please put it down in the comment section, and we'll go through the questions throughout the show. Thank you. Yeah. So let's go to the first question of the rapid fire.
Easy one, huh?
Yeah, easy. You can just take it out.
Okay.
Take it out of the box. Yeah. So first part, what's your most favorite part of your current job?
So what I'm doing right now
in
the company right now is we're doing digital, like you mentioned, e-distribution. So it's basically sales on the online sphere. What's interesting is that it's different from the traditional way, where people do the sales all in physical. We do it in the digital way. And digital way is, there's a lot of ways you can do things. You can advertise in many platforms. The best part is results are all instant. That's the best part. Okay, we advertise something. If it does well, it does, or it doesn't do well, the results are out instantly. You can see, okay, maybe time to change, do something for a change. And everything can be done instantly. And we like that kind of like A/B testing kind of method. So that's the interesting part.
And mostly all the things now is on social media, so it's quite easy to see the results.
And the best part is that everything's on digital now. That's the new wave, right? So as long as we're on top of that wave, it's interesting. We are still in the spotlight,
That's a very interesting insight. Yeah. So with that being said, right, being the head of e-distribution, what do you think are the personality traits and strengths that you think is best to execute your job on a daily?
I don't think there's a fixed personality per se for this specific role. I think what you really need is just your inner self. You have the will to keep going on, never give up, and you must have the kind of mindset that it's a business mindset. Don't think you're just working for someone. Treat it like your own business. Yeah, the results really make sense to you. You must have pride in what you achieve. Yeah, so you have to be kind of like link. What's the movie? Avatar. Really link with the business.
Okay.
So that's the thing that I think that's the trait. You don't treat it like a work. You have to be part of your life. So you really got to feel enthusiastic about it. Really driven, motivated.
The passion really drives
that's
you
the right one.
every day. Yeah. Okay. All right. So moving on to a more less serious question. You can have dinner party.
You shoot the serious question first.
No. We will take it slow first. Yeah? So you can have a dinner party with any 4 people in the world. Who would be in your list? Like a fantasy dinner.
The first would be Donald Trump.
Wow.
Why Donald Trump? Is not because, contrary to other people's belief, is that he is, not a very positive figure, but I think he's someone different. No one actually thought that a president can act like that, can behave that way. So he acts out of the norm, and being out of the norm is something still very interesting. And this guy, he's a businessman. He's a world leader. I think there's a lot that you can actually talk to him about. There's a lot he can share. So that's the first. Second one would be Elon Musk. I don't think I need to say more like Elon Musk. This guy, he's like a entrepreneur of the year. He's like richest man in the world right now.
Yeah.
Second one. Third one.
And he's about to donate like what, 6 billion of his money.
No, that one. That's what they say. Someone challenged him to do a famine thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm not sure whether. That's the second.
Yeah.
Third one would be Stephen Hawking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the guy, the physicist.
Yeah.
So you can ask him about
black hole,
space,
black
everything,
hole
right?
theory,
He would share. The fourth one, Claire Newcastle Brown. She's the one who writes all the political issues on Sarawak,
Okay.
and Malaysian landscape.
Oh, okay.
So you won't
That's very interesting.
gossip, but she's got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
She's the one cracking on the government, say, oh, you know what is good, what is bad, and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, let's not go into details.
That will be a very, very interesting table, everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so fourth question. What's some of the best advice that you've ever gotten so far in your life? That one that you really feel like that has impacted you in some ways.
There is one that I still use in my current life. So whenever I do, I still implement that. It's very simple. It says, begin with the end in mind. Yeah. So when you want to start something out, you know what you want to achieve first. You must visualize what you want to achieve. So let's say if I think I want to draw a car, so I naturally know how a car looks like. But midway, I realize, the car don't look like a car anymore. It's starting to look like a tree. You can know, something is not right. You got to switch away. So naturally, think the end in mind. You have a vision, stick to the vision. If it's not by the vision, keep changing, keep switching. So you know what's the angle already. So always have the angle in mind. Yeah, anytime you just keep switching.
So it's more like planning your life backwards.
Yeah. So you got the
end
final
goal.
Step.
You just
plot
need
it backwards.
Yes,
correct.
Like reverse engineering.
Reverse engineering.
Yeah. Okay. So, how would you keep a very healthy work and life balance? You look like a fit guy, so pretty sure you have a routine.
I would say that. Actually, I was saying the same thing like you, man. You're not really fit yourself, man. Especially during this pandemic time, I think everyone's working from home. Everyone's got the privilege of, not everyone, but we are able to draw a line better, personal and work life. So the line may get a little gray, but trying to draw that line. Like for me, once I get home, personally, I do work out. I try to work out every other day, if not possible, weekends or so. But my workout only starts at 9 to 10 p.m.
Okay.
It's not a day thing. So nighttime, I allocate it for personal. Daytime is for work. So they can't draw that kind of line in a way. Don't make it gray, make it black. They can't.
Because when you have a healthy body, healthy mind,
that
sort of stuff. You can't really function well if you don't feel good about yourself.
Agree.
That for me, that's what I would think. But from what you said, it's pretty much the same thing.
But don't just work and exercise. Have fun also.
Don't
forget the element.
Definitely have fun. Yeah. So, next question is: if you could go back in time and speak to your 20-year-old self, what would you say to him? To you, actually.
Some things are not meant to be public.
Okay.
No, kidding. There were a few things that I think I wasn't bold enough to approach, to go for it. I think I would tell myself, you only live once after all. Like for me right now, all I can think of is, that step that I didn't do. What if I did it? What if I did? That's all I can think. So I think I'll tell myself next time in the future, or if right now someone in the future comes back and tell me what to do now, is just go for it. Be bold.
You know what I would tell myself? Invest in Bitcoin.
A few years ago, maybe.
Okay. So, what is the best career decision that you have ever made so far?
I think being in the industry line, insurance industry, it's a blessing. A lot of companies are affected by the pandemic. Pandemic, in a way, you can use it as a way to gauge how a company is doing, or how sustainable a company can be. And blessing that insurance did very well. It's a lifetime service. It's not like a product you just buy, come and go, touch and go kind of thing. It's not. So I think insurance it's a very very strong company industry, and during the pandemic, like I shared, while most companies are thinking of closing down or finding ways to get financial aid, right? And insurance company, like for us, we are looking to acquire, and that's how strong we are. So I think this industry is actually very it's strong. It's strong. Kind of, you can say, immune to all these uncertainties so far. Hopefully, So I think this is one of the good choices that I've made so far.
Okay, that's a very interesting insight that you have. Okay, so what do you believe is the biggest strength of your company right now? Like right now.
Sun Life, particularly, it's owned by Khazanah. We also owned by Sun Life Canada. There's a split of share. These two companies, Khazanah itself, is huge, super strong backing, and so is this company in Canada. So when you have these two combined together, you've got like a formidable company. And I think that really gives us assurance as people of Sun Life that we're working for a company that it's there to stay and has a future, far future. And not just that also, CIMB's strongest partner, Sun Life's strongest partner is CIMB, and banks such as CIMB being our partner gives us such assurance that business will continue going on. And we've got this very strong partnership that it's very beneficial to both parties, and the people in these two companies, when they work together, it's fun. It's a very good relationship.
Yeah, it will give out a lot of new benefits, right?
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of additional stuff. Okay, so next question, it would be, what are you reading or listening to right now? Just to ease off your mind.
I actually spend a lot of time on YouTube, actually. Those little courses, so short courses, nothing that goes above 1 hour and stuff like that. The short ones, they teach you how to do certain things, how to do digital marketing using this platform, that platform, or for example, I started watching this, how to brew your own beer.
Okay.
So I've been watching that also a bit here and there, I've been watching a lot of these little short clips to help you improve, your skills. So I think so far,
and it's something that you feel like you want to learn, right?
Yeah.
And it makes you excited. Even just watching short clips, right?
Yeah. No, don't just watch, really go and practice it. Because they got like a step by step. Some is like bake your cake, things like that. Some is, I actually keep looking at something. Do something. You keep doing that.
Understand. Okay, so we have our first question of the day. So it's from Alyssa and Anthony, and she's asking, what skills did you develop early in your career that has developed you to get ahead?
Alyssa, hi Alyssa. So to be honest, when I was in uni, right, I didn't stick to just one uni. I went to a lot of unis. I've been jumping around because ultimately it's just getting to learn more things. That's how I felt it. So I think, to answer your questions, what skills did I develop? I think just be open. Just actually, they say your question is damn difficult. It looks easy. Super difficult. Be vocal. Speak your mind. Just be yourself. Honestly, just be yourself. So sometimes people always say that when you enter the company, you cannot do certain things. You cannot voice out yourself. Things like that. I think just voice out yourself. Be yourself. Be expressive. Don't just limit to yourself. Be expressive. Meet people. The more people you meet, the more network you expand. You tend to learn more, and that's what it's about, developing yourself.
Maybe it relates to what you said just now about being brave.
Be
brave, and don't just keep everything to yourself.
Yep.
Okay. So let's move on to the long questions. Okay, this one is to really get people to know your role in Sun Life, as head of the e-distribution. Okay, so are you ready?
Yep.
Yeah. Don't worry. It's not an exam. But okay. So how have you invested in yourself in terms of training or professional development to get to where you are? get to your position right now?
Over the course of my career, companies has invested in us in various fields. For example, presentation, how to have a certain mindset. So things like that. That one is done by the company. But on a personal note, I think I've also signed up for some courses. For example, digital marketing, stuff like that. Yeah, I personally sign up to understand further how things works. And right now in the companies, whenever we do hire vendors to do certain tasks for us, because it's out of our scope, it's not our expertise. So we get the party vendor to do it. We try to get involved in it. Yeah, we don't just pass everything on. We get involved. So while things that is not within our scope, we find alien to us, but just get to learn a bit, hang of it. So I always try to have the mindset that whatever is passed out, try to get involved in it. Yeah, learn what's going on.
Yeah, because life is mostly about learning, right? You don't really stop learning. Like you always find something new, so something that's out of your comfort zone.
Yep.
Yeah, and then that you just want to experience.
Yep. Once you stop learning, that's when life gets boring.
Actually. Okay, so can you explain to people who are trying to get in the industry, like explain to them what kind of culture that you experience in the industry, in the insurance industry?
I think insurance industry is very upbeat, high morale, because it involves insurance. You got to sell the main product itself is insurance. You got to sell the people, so the morale needs to be there. Another thing is that you have to have the mindset that in insurance it's about dealing with not just like one product. It's a lifetime.
Yeah,
you got to have a long haul mindset. So when you come in, don't think that you only be dealing with one thing or one segment in the industry or one segment in the company. It's actually a long haul. There's a lot of things to do. Yeah, so I think the culture it's very relaxing. It's interesting. Industry, I mean, the whole landscape keeps changing. The landscape keeps changing, and it's always keeping up to date. And to be honest, we're not the only company. There's so many companies out there. So competition, we got to have this healthy competition. So the culture is positive competition.
And
very upbeat.
Yeah, positive competition really brings the best out of you. Would you agree that? Okay, so we have another question from AK Nest. Okay, so his question is, what mistakes did you make early in your career? Or is that something you can disclose to people? But yeah, like what do you think?
I think those days when I was young, I always like to play safe. So by playing safe, there's always that equilibrium thing. You got to be willing to risk more to gain more. I wasn't really willing to risk as much. Always took the safer route. So I think maybe not maybe a mistake, but I never tried it out. So maybe that's one of the few things that if I could go back and tell myself to make some changes, that we want to try it out.
Okay, very good insight from the man himself. And we have another question from Harmin Kaur. It says, "Hi Ben, what should I be doing to improve my career prospects?"
Hey Harmin, very vague question actually, very general. What you can probably narrow that down. Let's say which industry which career you're interested in. Then once you understand which career you want to go in, maybe you can start to network yourself to people around who's been in the industry. Then you can get to understand the industry better. Once you know the industry, then, or maybe more specifically on the departments that you're interested in. Let's say you're interested in finance, HR, or whatsoever. Get to mingle with them and see what kind of advices they can give. Yeah, so it's always that's why there's always the saying that birds of a feather flock together. So if you want to be like someone in digital, you mix with people in the digital world. Yeah, that's when they start to share more things to you. Then you start to understand how things are working in the industry. Then when you have the understanding that okay, this is the skill set that's required, then probably okay, that's where you should be improving or so on. Just my thoughts, Harmin.
Yeah. yeah, maybe that would help a lot of people improve their careers.
Yep.
Yeah. So
the more people you meet, the more you explore, the more you understand. So if you compare someone with like a hermit staying at home, definitely there's only so much this person knows. But if you go out and explore, talk to more people, that's when you expand your knowledge and you expand your understanding of stuff.
Yeah, expanding the horizon. I mean, there's no cons to it.
Yep.
To me, there's only pros, because then you can see what's good and you can see what is bad.
Yep.
Then you can make the right choices. Okay, so moving on to the next question, it would be, what changes or innovations in the insurance industry are you most excited about that you've heard of?
My view is that insurance was kind of lacking behind banking. So like fintech, you saw the fintech wave that came in first. I think it came in about probably 5-7 years ago. Insurance is a few years lagging behind. We saw the fintech wave coming by already, and now I think the insurtech is coming in, and it's actually here actually. So whatever is happening to fintech, all the the new innovation, the new products, the processes and services, all that came out from fintech will happen the same to insurance, and that's when it starts to get interesting. We like certain countries, the developed countries, we see that Malaysia is like lagging of 10 years, 15 years. We know whatever going to happen to them is going to happen to us too. So whatever we saw happening to fintech, we know it's going to happen to insurtech too. So that's why we can prepare ourselves. But now we are better prepared because we know what's happening. So that's a few things that that I think will be interesting.
And there's a lot. There's like countless stuff going on in the fintech world right now, and pretty sure we are not long behind, and hopefully we will be up to par.
Yep. There's so many companies out there. They will start up. They will do like some solution just to help someone write something, some little solutions, but actually they all do make sense. Just that maybe it may not be, they didn't market it well or so on. So that there's so many ideas out there in the market.
Understand. Okay, so what do you think that drew you into the insurance industry, and what made you want to go into this line?
Like I shared, insurance is a lifetime product. It's not one time off. It's years, man. It's like 30 years, same as banking. It's years. And from experience itself, right? Like in Sun Life, every year we do have thousands of claims. And these thousands of claims actually means that it's helping out these thousands of people. So these thousands of people are actually benefiting from the service that's given out by Sun Life. So, in a way we feel good, like, hey, you know what? We are actually helping out these people. These people are being benefited from our services. So we feel pride and, the privilege that we managed to help these people out. And it doesn't just end there, goes on some more. What's going to happen? This fella's got his spouse, friends, children. The children can continue going on. It's a life cycle journey. So the interesting part is that it doesn't end there. You can target this person when he's 20-year-old. Once he reaches 30 years old, you can upsell to something else. When he reaches 40 years old, you can probably cross-sell to his relatives or something. It goes on. So the whole journey becomes interesting. It's not just stagnant or, like, I'm selling one product. No, it gets interesting. How do you engage them? Or you can do like some engagement, gamification platform. You can do so many things to talk to them. Once you're done, you have them give you like some client score, whatsoever. It goes on.
Because engaging with the customers is always, there's so many angles that you can tackle.
It's never boring.
It's never boring.
So, and the best part is we're still at our infant stage. There's so many angles that we can still tackle. We haven't tackled everything yet, but we're slowly doing it.
Definitely.
So of course, if anyone's got good ideas to come in to help us tackle, right, by all means, come on the bandwagon, help us tackle things. See it from different angles.
Okay. So before we close it off, okay, Benjamin, do you have any notes or anything to say to all the viewers, to people who are trying to get into the career in the insurance industry? What was your last words to them?
I think the industry. Oh, sorry. Continue.
No, it's okay. It's fine.
I think the industry is an interesting one. The pandemic has proven that this industry is here to stay, and it's not just here to stay, but it's here to help people also. So there's so much that can be done. It's an interesting career prospect. There's so much you can do. Like I shared, you can spend your life here doing innovation and so on, and it will never be enough till your successor comes in, and it will keep going on. So and the best part about the company also is that it's not a fly-by-night company. It's a company with strong backing, strong support, a good management team, long history, and because of that, there's so much that can be done. Because when something needs to be done, it needs investments, and the investment is something that the company has. So there's a lot that can be done. You can explore yourself. You can push your innovation boundaries. You can help people out. It all comes in one package, and I think this is the best place to actually explore yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a very motivating last piece of words that you can give.
Join us.
Yes. Yeah. So thank you so much, Benjamin, for the opportunity to talk to you. It's been a very great insight to hear from from one of the leaders himself. And thank you so much for everyone who was listening. And make sure to follow us on our Facebook, our Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, sorry. Yeah. And subscribe to our YouTube for the latest updates for our next show. And I promise you, there are many more interesting readings that you can read up on our socials. The next guest that we have is Tan Jan Wei from AXA Life. And that will be held on the 10th of December. So stay safe, everyone. See you soon.
See you.